तो ऐसी कोई टिप थी जो एक ओवररेटेड टिप है जिसको आपने इग्नोर किया और अपनी जर्नी में उसको इम्प्लीमेंट नहीं किया?
Yeah, there is one very common tip you get from faculty, especially from GK faculties and around the CLAT circle, is making notes from newspaper.
कुछ तो ऐसी strategy होगी that used to keep you sane during all those pressure and everything.
I felt yeah, all other subjects are sorted. CR was like very uncertain. One day I was scoring 22, 23 and even 24 out of 24. Once you give a good number of marks and restrict your GK sources, you are good to go.
आज हमारे साथ हैं श्रेयांश, जिन्होंने NUJS कोलकाता में एडमिशन लिया। क्लैट 2025 में बहुत अच्छे रिजल्ट्स और मार्क्स के साथ आज ही हमारे साथ बैठे हैं टू शेयर फॉर सम अनफिल्टर्ड ट्रुथ्स एंड स्ट्रैटेजीज टू गाइड यू फॉर योर जर्नी। सबसे पहले श्रेयांश, मैं आपसे पूछना चाहूंगी कि क्लैट की जब आपने जर्नी स्टार्ट की होगी तो ऐसे बहुत सारे टिप्स होते हैं जो हर कोई ज्ञान देता ही रहता है, रायचंद, राय बहादुर आपको मिलते ही हैं। तो ऐसी कोई टिप थी जो एक ओवररेटेड टिप है जिसको आपने इग्नोर किया और अपनी जर्नी में उसको इम्प्लीमेंट नहीं किया?
Yeah, there is one very common tip you get from faculty, especially from GK faculties and around the CLAT circle, is making notes from newspaper. I'm talking in context of GK because understand one thing, ki newspaper generally tend to consist only the current portion of any event, and when you eventually analyze the PYQs, especially the GK section of CLAT, so you will realize that it knows the current event. If 5 questions are there, there will be hardly one current question on the event, and then the static portion is generally asked. So I don't think making notes daily, especially daily out of newspaper, is very fruitful. What you can eventually do is you can identify those sets of topic which are consistently there in the news, and you can make static notes on those topics. But just penning down what is already written in the newspaper, that too on daily basis, just I don't think very much fruitful.
आजकल IPL का फीवर बहुत ज़्यादा चल रहा है, तो अगर आप क्लैट जर्नी को एक क्रिकेट मैच से सिमिलराइज करें तो आप किस टाइप के बैट्समैन थे?
I think I would like to relate with the Indian captain, Indian skipper Rohit Sharma. As you see, there were many ups and downs in the league stages, but he persisted, backed his natural game, and when it mattered the most, yesterday was the eliminator match with Gujarat Titans between MI and GT, and he delivered a player of the match performance. So yeah, I would like to relate with the Indian skipper.
So yeah, consistency is what sailed you through.
Consistency and just staying there, persisting there, because I always go by a line ki no matter how smart you are, in long run, the odds will turn out to be in favor of the person who persists. So smartness can be developed, subjects can be learned, but it's very important to persist.
प्रेशर कुकर मोमेंट भी आता है कभी ना कभी क्लैट जर्नी में, कभी ना कभी शायद आपके साथ भी हुआ होगा श्रेयांश, जब आपको लगा होगा यार मुझसे अब क्लैट नहीं होगा या शायद मैं गिव अप मार देता हूँ. Was it there?
I don't think it was much there, but eventually there was one or point here and there where my mock score got stuck. Ki I was working in the right direction with the right kind of strategy, but eventually the mock score range got stuck. Ki I'm scoring in 80s and I kept scoring in 80s for months and months. Eventually that 90 wala mark was not getting breached. So yeah, that was one of those points where I feel why my strategy or hard work is not being piled up and why the result is not coming.
तो आपने इस चीज को फिर ओवरकम कैसे किया?
Again, I would say the same word. Persisting was very important, because what happened in CLAT or any major preparation is ki you will see that there is no result for months and months and months, and eventually in your 3rd or 4th month you will see ki you have marked a major jump from 81 to 95, 99, and I went on to score even 106 and 108 in mock of 120. So you need to persist. If you are not doing any major strategic fault, then you need to just be patient. If there is any strategic fault, then you need to see here and there, this is the strategic mistake if you are making. If you are good with your strategy, practicing the right amount of hours, then just back your instinct, the result will come eventually.
Nice. PW CLAT का आपकी CLAT जर्नी में कितना रोल रहा, क्या गाइडेंस रहा?
It was quite helpful in one of my, I would say, not say weak, but below average subject, that was CR. Initially, 5 and 6 months into my preparation, I felt all other subjects are sorted. CR was like very uncertain. One day I was scoring 22, 23 and even 24 out of 24.
Nice.
And on other day I was getting 10, 12. Suddenly there was a dip of 10, 12 marks. So that used to affect the mock score.
Correct.
So there was very good thing on PW app that we used to get topic wise lectures. Like we have critical reasoning. So there was a lecture on assumption, strengtheners, weakeners, inferences. And then another good thing was there was DPP attached to every lecture. Like you finish your weakener, strengthener lecture and then solve that DPP. So I think that helped me quite a lot.
Shreyans, desk to dhaba. कुछ तो ऐसी strategy होगी that used to keep you sane during all those pressure and everything.
Yeah, one of those strategy, or I will say it was naturally the part of preparation, as current affairs or GK consist of 25%, roughly 28 to 32 questions.
Correct.
Of your preparation. So eventually learning current affairs, knowing many things, it was one thing I think that always kept me going through the preparation. You never felt bored because it is not a very static subject, it's a dynamic subject. One day you are studying international relation, other day you are studying Chandrayaan 3 being landed, its launcher and other things. So it was quite dynamic subject. Eventually when we were not in classrooms, we had our lectures, we used to go down to have a cup of tea, or even we used to stand with friends group. So we used to discuss, what's your opinion on this topic. So
right. That
was a very good point of, good part of this preparation journey, that we got to study many new topics, got to learn many new things. So yeah. This was
आपने पढ़ाई में ही मजा ढूंढ लिया एक तरीके से.
Current affairs was actually fun. Nice. I will not lie, it was actually fun.
Okay. श्रेयांश, क्लैट की जर्नी में एक्चुअली हमारा पूरा ना एक इवॉल्व हो जाते हैं हम लोग. डे 1 जैसा हमारा जो माइंडसेट होता है वो नेक्स्ट डे तक नहीं होता, अगले दिन 3 महीने बाद नहीं होता. तो डे 1 वाले श्रेयांश को आप क्या एडवाइस देना चाहोगे?
First, it's exam of CLAT, not exam of GK. Like many other aspirants make it a whole exam of GK. They keep studying GK for 5, 6, 7, 10 hours and leave other subjects. First, understand this is exam of CLAT. It has 5 sections that should be given equal preparation time. Second, please understand that no one can definitely say that I will get this rank because I have given this exam for 2 years. You need to understand that by your preparation, by your hard work, or whatever thing is under your control, you can determine a range for you. Like you can, after a certain level of preparation, say that I live in top 2000 or 1000. But if you will be ranked 300, 200 or 2000, that the D-Day itself will decide. So I will like to divide it in proportion. If your preparation journey of whole 1 or 2 years is just 50% of your exam result, rest 50% is those 2 to 4 p.m. when you actually sit in the exam center, how well you manage that. So that is very, very important, especially with this exam, because it is not your knowledge stats, it's eventually aptitude test, how well you manage those 2 hours. That matters a lot. I have seen this in 2 years. That actually matters a lot.
बहुत सारे बच्चे जो आपका ये पॉडकास्ट देख रहे होंगे वो क्लैट एस्पिरेंट्स होंगे, तो उन बच्चों को आप क्या एडवाइस देना चाहेंगे?
Just make sure that you are consistent and you persist with this preparation, because it's not a very difficult exam. Once you give a good number of mocks and restrict your GK sources, you are good to go. Your D-Day will decide how you perform. So please restrict your sources and do not make a burden out of it. I don't think studying more than 3 to 4 hours for this exam is required. You can eventually manage, but the condition is the caveat. I like to put a caveat that please be consistent. 3-4 hours daily or 1-2 days here and there out of the week. Rest. It's quite a manageable exam.
Thank you so much, Shreyans, for the insightful learnings that you have given to us. Congratulations for your future journey.
Thank you.